All right, so we have moved this little utility trailer out with, it's got hydraulic cylinders and all the dress off of a 6-liter. So I think we've got the Camaro. All right, so we got the Camaro out of there. And she's outside, dusty, and this is what you call a true barn find. Of course, I knew it was in the barn. Hang on, man. And there we go. We're going to get the 46 going and we'll come back and pick this thing up. What do you think? You ready to get it back to the house?
Absolutely.
No, take that with us. I might wear that later.
I'm going to video it because this is going to be a start. Ay, 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 ay. So, first initial wash, and this can clean pretty good. Not bad, still a little bit of rust on it. Look forward to trying to figure out that aspect. We're about to take it back and put it in the building, so that way we can move forward and get the shop completely ready for it. All right. Okay, bottom passenger quarter, very soft to touch. It's just coming apart. I'm gonna have to take a shop vac and get all the dirt that's behind it. Still got some Bondo in here. It's a Bondo in here. I'm getting it out with 120. I'm trying to take 120 to get this rust as much decent as possible. Still got a little bit of Bondo within here. I'm not wanting to go against this curvature right here anymore. I just want to line it out and then I want to prime it when it's time. Here, rusted out. I know we don't want to do any fiberglass, but then we got down here, I got to knock all this off, but I'm gonna have to pull the tire off to do that. It's coming along nicely, getting the rust and the Bondo and the paint. Down here, this patch is kind of rough, so I'm still trying to sand, but I'm pretty much getting to a point where almost all the Bondo's off, except for this part under the tail marker. It's pretty crazy right there. And then right here is Bondo that's caked up. I'm still trying to get it sanded down, but I should have it finished up today. And I'm gonna lay a coat of primer on it, just to kind of get it straight. I'm gonna pull this bumper off first though. But there's that, and then I'm gonna transition up and start sanding and then priming. It doesn't look like there's much here except for just old paint and primer. So 120 could probably take that pretty well. But that's it. So I just took the bumper off and it looks like it was hit at one point and they did some crappy job to repair. When I took the bumper off, this part just fell out and it still had the nut on it, so you can see how it looks like this is part of the quarter skin, but this hole is pretty fucked. So it looks like and leads me to believe that this piece may have to be replaced as well, all the way down. And then there's some rust down here. Probably won't get it this time, but like, it's gonna continue to be a project. But just wanted to show you that.
All right, so we at my son's house. He's been working on this old Camaro. I don't know how I'm gonna piece this together. We picked it up. He's done some video, and I did some video. So somewhere mixed up in this. We'll see us picking it up and everything. This quarter's had some collision damage and some corrosion damage. He's got a full skin that we're gonna put on here, and fix all this and the rust holes and all that. We'll pull the back glass out. There's been previous repair on the top of the window channel there, which we'll get all that out and we'll put metal back in there, get that fixed up. That shouldn't be an issue. The rest of the window channel looks good, and around the trunk and everything looks good. This quarter, somebody patched a sign in the bottom of this at one time, so he's got a patch to put in there. The car was originally green, and you see all the green up here, so there's not much body work that needs to be done here. Right here is probably going to need a patch, because there's this filler here, and this is where they usually rot out at. So there's a little filler on the B pillar here that we'll get that straightened out. Not a problem. Got the deck lid stripped pretty good. Not done, but getting there. So just kind of evaluating the body work. Let's see. I gave this car to him when he was 16, and he's 39 now. So he's had it for a few years. Life happened, so he never got to drive it any. I did put a motor in it one time and drove. Probably put, I don't know, less than 10,000 miles on it, just at one time. But other than that, this car's probably not been on the road in, like I said, 25 years, except for the little bit that I drove it. So, but we're gonna go through it, and we're gonna make it a really nice car for him. He's got plans. He wants to put an LS9 in it with a 6-speed, which I'm all for. So, but he wanted to start with the body work, so that's what we're doing. Get it all evaluated out and get started on the metal work, and then put it in epoxy and high build, and then he can block it out as he has time. He's in the military. He's a master sergeant, so his career is kind of going forwards at a fast pace. So the time he's got to work on this thing here in the next year or so is going to kind of be limited. So he's trying to kick on it pretty hard while he's got a minute. So we'll show you more as we go, but this is what we got so far. Pulled this thing out of hibernation and kind of evaluating the overall condition of it and see what it's going to take to get it show worthy. All right, y'all stay tuned.
Oh man, don't post that side. Video?